Hi, this is Nikki from the blog NattyNikki. It's Friday morning. Friday is my day off from work. Yay! So today I thought I would do another quick vlog of, well, I say quick, it probably won't be knowing me, of me going into Birmingham. I promise this time we're not going to the market. I'm going to show you some other bits of Birmingham that you might not see sometimes. So I thought you would like to come with me. I guess because I'm a fashion blogger, you probably want to see what I'm wearing today. So just going to flip this round and turn round. And here I am today. Now, this dress hasn't yet been on the blog. So you're getting a sneak preview here. Really excited to wear this today. This is the Estella dress from Lady Vintage London. Or as some of you may know them, Lady V. Love this. I bought this as a cheeky purchase before Christmas in the sale, and underneath, I'm just going to lift this up so you can see. If I get closer, look, it's my net petticoat, which I want to say as well, a huge thank you to Sarah from Plus Size and Proud, because I bought this from her earlier in the week. It arrived on Tuesday where I work, to a great deal of excitement from me. She's also the lady who very kindly sold me the Oslo dress from Modcloth, which is seriously, between that and this one, are my current two favourite dresses. This will be going on the blog at some point, hoping to try and maybe photograph it later today, but we will see. So, oh, please excuse my rubbish there. So I will see you hopefully, well, next time you see me, hopefully I'll be in Birmingham, so I shall see you all a bit later. Bye! Hi, so we're now in Birmingham and currently I am in Centenary Square. Excuse me squinting, but I've really got the sun in my eyes at the moment. This is actually now the home of Birmingham Library since they demolished the old one and moved it. So I'm just going to switch this round and you can have a look at the library. Hang on a second. So I'm going to have to move back because it's absolutely massive, but this is Birmingham Library. It's absolutely huge. If I go around, you can actually see here, if I just walk down, this is actually also part of the library they built as a funny little thing. It looks down. That's all part of the library in there. And from where I am now, you might get a better view looking up. It's absolutely amazing. If you don't live in Birmingham and you're coming, it's really worth walking up here. It's got a couple of little roof gardens which are really cool, quite high up, and you get really amazing views of the city. This is one of my favourite parts of town actually. I like coming up here, it tends to be quieter. And this is Centenary Square, and over there, if we walk towards it, is Symphony Hall and the ICC, or International Convention Centre, to give it its full name. Sorry, it's a bit windy, I hope you can still hear me. We've also got the Rep, just there, which is our theatre. And at the moment, husband and I, there he is, are currently, he's going to avoid the camera now, are currently heading in here because they have a really nice Starbucks in here. And it's usually quite quiet, although you do get people, don't you, from people who come here for like conventions and things, don't we? Sometimes we have a chuckle when we see all the people that are here. So and over there, that very huge building is the Hyatt, very smart hotel. And this, in the winter, this big open space that you see here is where you get the big wheel and the ice rink in the winter. There's the Rep. And if I look back now, hopefully, there you go, you can really see the library now with the weird saucepan thing on the top of it, as we call it. Unfortunately, I can't really film inside because it's a library and everything, unless I can get up onto the roof garden maybe later, but there you go, that's the library. So we are heading now towards the ICC, and I will see you again in a moment. Goodbye. So here we are in Starbucks in the ICC, having what am I having? Oh, a skinny cappuccino. The rest has the same. But because we're on a budget, we're cheeky. And look, we bring our own snacks. I know that's a bit naughty. Shh, don't tell anyone I do that. But, you know, got to save money where you can. So I'm going to quickly whiz round. I've got to be careful because it's probably a bit funny here, but this is inside of the convention centre. There's Mr. S. Say hello, Mr. S. Hello. And this is where we like to come on Friday and have some coffee. I'm just going to twist this round. I can talk to you properly then. Hello. So here I am. I have my coffee. Cheers. And so we're going to sit here for a bit and have a nice cup of coffee and something to eat. And then I think we're going to try and go into the library and film from the balcony so you can see, have a nice little panorama of Birmingham. So once I finish my coffee, I'll be back in a bit. So bye. Right, so hello again. We're now here on one of the roof terraces. I can't speak today. What's the matter with me? Roof terraces, even, of Library of Birmingham. Now, in the summer, sometimes we come here with a little picnic and we sit and eat because it's really lovely. It's probably going to be a bit windy today. I apologise if you can't hear me very well because here goes the wind. It's a bit chilly here. Now, one of the reasons I do love coming up here is I just love the view. Now, I haven't got a brilliant head for heights, but this is not too bad for me. So we look at across Birmingham. In the distance there, if it's a funny looking building, I'm going to try and zoom in on it. That's called the Cube. And that's where my husband and I stayed for our first wedding anniversary. It's lovely. So we've got Marco Pierre White sitting there. And that's at the back of the mailbox if you're heading over to Birmingham. You want somewhere nice to stay, I definitely recommend that. So looking across, I don't know if you can just see it all there, right there in the distance. I'll zoom in a little bit. That is the Rotunda, probably one of Birmingham's most famous landmarks. If you're like me and you're from Birmingham, it's something you're so used to seeing. There's a lady filming. Hello. We've bumped into one of the lady filming. So there you go. If I look back up, there you go. Now actually that little ledge that you can see there, that is actually another roof terrace that you can go and stand on. I've done it once and I really didn't like it. It's really, really high and I don't have a head for heights. There's Mr. S. Hello, Mr. S again. It's very windy. So yeah, this is where we like to sometimes come in the summer when it's much, much warmer, not so chilly like it is today. But I have to say it's another lovely day today. Really sunny, really bright, and you can come around here and you can see the little gardens. I wander around. This is actually where we sit. In fact, if you're a regular reader of my blog, you might have seen last year when I was doing, I think it was Outfit August actually, there was actually a photo of me in an outfit standing just over there. Sometimes as well I think I've probably Instagrammed pictures from here, and look, I don't know if you can see me, hello, reflected in the window there. And this little bit here is our little spot that we like to come and sit in the summer. And looking back down, looking over that way, is the back of Paradise Forum and Paradise Circus. Looking across, and in the distance there, that is actually the main city centre is over this way, which you're going to be heading to in a bit. So yes, I would definitely say if you're coming to visit Birmingham, it's worth a bit of a walk to come and see the library, because it is brilliant. I know I'm biased because I live here and I do have quite a bit of love for Birmingham, although I'm not a Brummie born and bred. I am originally from Somerset. I'm very proud of the city that I call home. And looking down here, I just whiz across, this is Paradise Forum. Now also, interestingly, this is that little funny black building you just see sticking up, that's the Copthorne. That is where Style Excel is supposed to be happening, but now it's not. It's happening at, I think it's the Paragon Hotel. So, bit of interesting fact for you there. Hopefully you're all coming to Style Excel this year in Birmingham in July. If you are, you will see me there. So, in a bit we are going to be walking across that bridge branches there and into Paradise Forum. So yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to turn around. So I will see you all again in a bit. Bye. Right. Hello again. You join us now as we leave St Henry Square. I'm just going to look behind me. Say goodbye to the library. We're going to walk now through Paradise Forum. Now I probably should explain, it's undergoing, well, it's going to be pulled down, isn't it? It's going to be demolished eventually.
And it's the library, the original library.
This is it. Oh yes, that horrible big concretey thing you can see up there. That is the old library. And all of that is going to be demolished to make way for a new, I think it's going to be hotel shops called Paradise, as this is Paradise Forum and Paradise Circus, the road network. So it's a shame because this used to be full of little shops and restaurants like Nando's and things like that, but they've all had to close because it's going. Like I say, that there is the Copthorne. We should have been going this year, but we're now not. And if I look at, there is the back of the old library. It's a shame. It's a bit of an eyesore, but I do miss it slightly. So we used to go in there with Oliver when he was little. So I have quite a lot of nice memories about the old library. So it is a shame. It's been with us for a long time. And it's about to go. So, and it's a shame as well because this little place here, the Yardbird, has had to close, which is ever so sad. So we're now coming through, and I'll walk through now Paradise Forum. So there's nothing in here anymore.
Everything's shut.
Everything is shut. As you can see, that's what was Nando's. That was Wetherspoons. Everything's had to close down. Oh, now that's this way's the jewellery quarter. Yay for the jewellery quarter. My favourite part of Birmingham. I know I probably say that about all parts of Birmingham, but I do have a soft spot for the jewellery quarter. So we carry on through. As you can see, lots and lots of empty shops, which is a shame. Even McDonald's got ousted. They've had to go. So as we come through, we come now to a place that I really, really love. In the distance there, that lovely building that you can see, that is our museum and art gallery. Unfortunately, I can't go inside and film because we're not allowed to. I think you have to have a special permit, even just to do photography if you go in. I love the museum. They have an amazing collection of pre-Raphaelite paintings. They also have the Staffordshire Hoard. If you've never been, you absolutely have to go in. It's free to go in. They've got a lovely restaurant at the back. And here we go. This is, I want to say Chamberlain Square. It's terrible. How many years have I lived here? I never remember the names of all the places. This is Chamberlain Square. Again, in the winter, this is where you will find some of the German market. And if I turn back, there you go. There's the old library. You used to go in through there, and you can see, we can't see very well, so zoom in. That is the proposed plans for what's going to come here. But it's going to be years. Years and years and years and years and years and years and years before it's finished. And over there is the conservatoire. That is going eventually, I believe. And our own version of the Bridge of Sighs there, which is, I think, part of the library, part of the museum. So yes, if you are coming to Birmingham, definitely make a trip here to the museum. It's well worth it. Somewhere that we bring Oliver quite a lot because it's free. And they have Egyptian mummies. Who doesn't want to come and see an Egyptian mummy? I think that's probably one of Oliver's favourite things to come and look at. So if we come down, we carry on through now, and we're going to end up in Victoria Square.
No.
Look, there's a sign for the Staffordshire board. Again, I think, as far as I know, that's still free to come and see. You don't have to pay. Over there is our town hall. You can come and watch concerts here. Another lovely building. See, who says Birmingham's horrible and smelly? Birmingham's a lovely city. We do have some fantastic architecture. You've just got to come and find it. So as we come down, this is Victoria Square. As you can see, there's the back of Queen Victoria on her plinth. And the very famous floozy in the jacuzzi. Now I remember, can you remember when she was built? I remember her being built.
Yeah,
And
I couldn't tell you when.
No, we can't remember when. I was probably quite young, but she caused great hilarity. And she was named the floozy in the jacuzzi. I don't know who came up with that name, but it has stuck ever since. That is how she's known.
Statue in a fountain, isn't it?
Yeah, so she's a great landmark of Birmingham. We're very attached to her. But what I do love about this is around the side of this pool is an inscription from T.S. Eliot. Unfortunately, I can't really show you all of it. And I can't for the life of me remember what poem it is from. But let me see if I can come round and we'll have a look. Because I always used to love this, especially when I was a teenager and I was doing my A-level English. I was a big fan of T.S. Eliot. So it says, okay, so, and the pool was filled with water out of sunlight, and the lotus rose quietly, quietly. The surface glittered out of heart, out of light, and they were behind us, reflected in the pool. Then a cloud passed, and the pool was empty. I don't know what it is about that little line from T.S. Eliot that I like so much, but I do. And there she is, the floozy in the jacuzzi in all her glory. She's really rather amazing. This is also, that's the home of Birmingham City Council there. So this is Victoria Square. And if I come down the steps, I've got to watch I don't fall over. We have, oh, you can just see the top of there. That's the Iron Man. People were a bit unsure about him when he first arrived. I quite like him actually. I'm all for a bit of art. And we have these strange sphinxes. I don't know what they mean or why we have them, but we do. There we go, we look back on her now. There she is. Bless her. She's lovely. So we'll come down here and we'll come round. So this is what I call, I don't know what I call it, but I call it the top end of town, because that's what I think of it. Oh, there's the other Sphinx. If someone can please explain to me why we have Sphinxes, I would love to know. And there again is, there she is, the floozy in the jacuzzi. How many? No, the fountains are on today, which is quite a shame actually, because on a really good day when you come here, the water's cascading all the way down. It's brilliant. It's really cool. It's lovely in the summer. It's going to sit here, isn't it? Have a sandwich. Avoid the pigeons. So yes, that's it. So we're going to head now down New Street. Like I say, I call this at the top end of town, because that's what I think of it as. And if you're local like me, well, I don't know why, but we always call Birmingham town. If you say you're going into Birmingham, you say, oh, I'm going into town today, because that's what we say. I don't know if it's a Brummie thing, I'm not really sure. I've said it all the years I've lived here. So, here we go. This is New Street. This is where we start to get into the busy part of Birmingham now. And down here, again in the winter, if you are here, this is where all the German market comes all the way down here. It's usually very, very busy. Quite glad really that it's a different time of year, because as much as I love it, after a while it gets too much trying to come into town when it's so busy. And you can hear people shouting as we come along. Pigeons. Terrible problem with pigeons here. In fact, if you go into the jewellery quarter, not only do they have a pigeon problem, in the jewellery quarter we have a seagull problem. And they're really quite vicious. So if you ever go into the jewellery quarter, watch out for the seagulls, that's all I can say. So coming down now, this is New Street. So we're going to get into the busy part of Birmingham now. So I will see you again in a bit. Bye bye. So hello again, we're now back in the car on our way home. After we walked down New Street, I slipped into Superdrug because I decided I wanted to quickly pick up some new makeup. Oh sorry, I'm just backing my camera. And a bit disappointing because I went into the Superdrug on Corporation Street and the Makeup Revolution stuff, there wasn't as much as I was hoping for. I really wanted to buy one of the blusher, creamy blusher stick things. I'm about to put the sun in my eyes then. And they didn't have any. I was really gutted because I've really heard good things about them and I really wanted one. So instead I hit the MUA stand and I wanted some bits and I bought a Pro Brow kit. Now I'm sure you can see from my eyebrows, if I try and do my best Roger Moore impersonation like that, I don't do anything with them because I'm blonde and they sort of sit behind my glasses, so I want to have a go. So I bought that and I think that was about £3. I thought, well, you know, not wasting a lot of money, it's no good. And then on the advice of Leah from Leah Excel, who I was asking the other day about making my lipstick last, she said get a lip liner. So I did, I bought two, that one, and excuse me rustling because they're in a plastic bag, and that one, you can see very well there. And they were £1 each, and I thought, well, for £1, I haven't lost anything. And then because my foundation's running a bit low, I bought that one, the matte perfect foundation with shine control, because I can get a bit shiny on the old nose and forehead. I have got a lovely foundation by Me that I use at the moment, but because things are a little bit tight money wise, I can't really afford to replace that one because I think it's about £12, and it's a fantastic foundation. I love it dearly and I'm going to be very sad when it runs out, so to replace it I've bought that, which I think was £2. So again, if I don't like it, but fingers crossed I will, if I don't like it I've only lost £2, so that's not so bad. So that's what I've picked up quickly. Like I say, we're now on our way home. I'm hopefully going to get husband to quickly film my outfit in the back garden when we get back, because I've never actually done that before. I think it'd be quite nice, plus because I've got this dress on today which is just super fabulous. I thought it'd be really nice to do that. So we're just on our way back now, so I will see you when I'm back at home. Bye! So hello again, I'm now back at home and about to quickly have some lunch before I carry on and try and get my dress filmed and other bits and pieces. So lunch today, oh, it's really exciting, I've got cheese toasty, but I really want to show you my little toasting machine because it's so cute. I had this as a wedding present a couple of years ago and it just tickles me every time I use it. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and I will show you. Here it is. Look at that. Wallace and Gromit. Cracking toasty. And I love this. I think it was from John Lewis. And I've opened it up. I don't know if you can see very well, but inside, look at that, look. It puts the thing on your toasty. It says cracking toasty Gromit. It just makes me smile every time. I absolutely love this. So there you go. I'm going to now go and eat my lunch and then I'll be back again in a bit. So bye-bye. So here we are out in my lean-to. I really wanted to film this in my back garden. Here it is behind me. But unfortunately the weather has got other ideas, as it often seems to do whenever I want to do something blog related. In fact, driving home we drove through a really awful hailstorm. And at the moment the sky's looking pretty awful out there, so I don't know what it's going to do. So I've had to take refuge in our lean-to, and I'm just going to now hand you over to Mr. S, my trusty cameraman, who's going to quickly film my outfit. So I hand this over to him. He's now in charge. So Okay, I am wearing today the Estella dress from Lady Vintage London. Now this is the one, I'll show you, I'll take my cardi off in a minute, but this is the dress that was designed by Georgina from Fuller Figure, Fuller Bust. So this is the newer one that they've done, where they've stitched across the bust line, which for me is perfect because the original Estellas, I believe, I don't know because I've never owned one, this was unstitched here. So if you're like me and you're bigger there, I would have just been spilling out of it, so it's just perfect for me. And as you can see, it's got the really full skirt on it, and to complement that, and I'm sure if you watched earlier you can see that I've got the net petticoat on. Again, this was courtesy of Sarah from Plus Size and Proud. I'm really grateful to her for selling this to me because I was trawling the internet looking for one. And this, of course, is the cupcake print. Now, I've been eyeing this dress up for a long time, and then when Tess Munster came to Birmingham last year, Becky had the Hepburn version, and that's Becky from Does My Blog Make Me Look Fat, and Debs from Wannabe Princess had this one on, and it was when I saw those two in it that I thought that dress has really got to be mine. So just before Christmas, these were reduced to £30, and I thought, right, I'm having one. That's it, it's got to be mine. And the little cardigan, if you're wondering, is Primark. And I picked this up last week. It was £6. These are such good value. So I'm just going to take it off just so you can see the top of my dress. Just whisk this off. Now the only thing, and I don't like to complain, the only thing about this dress is here is a little bit of an issue on me. And I have to pull it at the back to pull it down. And if I turn, and if I do that, you can see where it comes up and off my shoulders. Now that's more to do with me than it is the dress, because I'm really narrow across here and I'm narrow on my back. And I bought this, this is a 22 to 24. I probably could have got away with a 20, but I was worried as to whether it would fit here. It is actually a little bit on the big size, slightly big on my waist. So if you don't own one of these and you're thinking about it, particularly the new version of this dress, don't size up. Definitely stick with your normal size, because otherwise you might find it's a little bit too big. And obviously you can see the sleeves are really generous. So if that's an area where you have an issue with sleeves, you won't with this dress at all. But I absolutely love this dress. I wore it to work last week and the reaction was amazing. Everyone just loved it and I felt brilliant in it. So I think Georgina's done an amazing job designing this dress. And honestly, if you don't own one, really have to go and buy one. I know they haven't got many left now in sizes because of the sale, but I'm sure there'll be other ones coming out as the year goes by, hopefully. So that's it. So there you go. There's me in my Estella dress. And I hope you like it, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Hello again. So whilst I'm out in my lean-to, I thought I'd give you a little glimpse of what it's like where I take my photos, to give you an idea of how I do it as well. Some people, I think a lot of people think that it's really easy, that I just stand in front of a camera, click, 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 click. Unfortunately, I wish it was that easy. Taking photos for a blog can actually be quite difficult at times because you've got to think about your lighting, the background behind you, framing your shot. Is all of your outfit in? You know, there's the lighting right, because I've had so many photos where it's perfect, then I look at it and it's just too dark, too light. Now normally when the weather's decent, I try and go in my back garden to do my photos. But obviously we are January at the moment and it's freezing. I did some over the weekend in my back garden and it nearly froze to death out there. So when it's like that, I come out into my lean-to, which isn't always the warmest. We do have a little radiator out here, but it's still can be quite chilly. It's not too bad in here today. So if I'm going to turn around now and actually walk back into my living room, and I'll show you what it actually looks like. So we're going to go back into my living room just for a minute and we'll spin round. So you can see, if you've seen my blog recently, you'll probably recognise this little bit of backdrop because this is where I choose to stand. Now normally my lean-to's got quite a lot of stuff in it. So what I have to do, I'm going to come out here now, before I go to take blog photos, is move everything. So when I look over here, there you go, you can see I have to move all this out of the way. And I also have, this is brilliant, this was a really good purchase. This is an umbrella light. And if I do that, you can just see it there, look, there it is, on a long stand. Please excuse the mess, it's not very tidy out here because I sort of shove everything to one side and I don't sort of think about it. My husband very kindly bought these for me, not last Christmas, the Christmas before, from Amazon. And they came as a set of 2. I've got another one I keep on the landing upstairs for whenever I need to do anything indoors up there. It's really, really super bright. Comes with a big energy saving bulb. You can fold it all down and put it away, but because it's winter and we're not really using this room, I just leave it up all the time at the moment, so that if I'm doing blog photos and it's the light's a bit off, I can pop it on. So yeah, that's my lean-to. This is one of the places I like to do my photos. So, you know, oh, it's my little something box, which is really rather cute. So as you can see, this is where I come, and what I have to sometimes do is crop out when I sometimes end up with the bits of furniture getting caught in a shot. They all have to be cropped out. So yeah, and if I look through there, I'm sure by now, if I zoom in, you may all recognise that little lantern, because that's the part of the garden that I often, at the moment, I'm choosing to stand in, or when it's the height of the summer, excuse my horrible brolly thing, that needs to it's gone to pot now. At the very bottom of my garden is sometimes where I also stand, but I have to watch I don't get the shed in shot. So, you know, taking blog photos, well, not always quite as easy as you'd imagine it to be. So a lot of people ask me as well how I do my blog photos. I have a tripod, and I did actually buy a new one just after Christmas. I think I bought it from Argos, and it's quite a heavy duty one because I bought a new camera, and my last tripod, bless it, is currently being held together with gaffer tape because the mechanisms inside all just sort of broke, and my new camera's a lot heavier and I'm a bit worried it would just topple over. So I invested in quite a heavy duty tripod that doesn't move, and a bridge camera. Again, that was from Argos actually, in the sale just after Christmas. And what I do is I set it all up. I look through, I set up all the frame, the shots, and I put it on a self-timer, and I literally have to like dash in front of the camera, stand, pose, smile, and then come back and check it. And that's how I do my blog photos. Occasionally, if he's around and he's willing, which he is a lot of the time, husband will take them, but he's not always around, and sometimes it's just easier for me to quickly set the tripod up, have a go, take my photos, job done. So if ever you were wondering how I do it, that's how I take them. So that's how I do it. But I also want a selfie stick, but don't tell him. Every time I mention it, he laughs at me. So yeah, that's the other thing I would like, is a selfie stick. I promise I won't use it in public, but I would like one because I think it'd be quite fun and it'd be quite useful to do quick outfit shots with for Instagram. But there you go, that's just me. Anyway, I think I have probably rambled on enough for one day. So I'm going to go and have a little chill out before we have to go and get Oliver from school. So I'm sorry he's not in today's video, but obviously he's at school because it's Friday. And I will hope to see you all soon. If you like my videos, please give it a like. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button. That would be absolutely marvellous. If you want to come and see me on my blog, because hopefully I will have this dress on the blog in the next couple of days, I'm at www.nattynikki.com. So I will see you all soon. Bye!